Hello, friends. I thought for a long time about whether I should go deeper into this topic than I have already touched on before. But in the end, I decided to share it openly and honestly. After all, this is my channel, my life, and my rules. What is betrayal? Why do people cheat? Is there a difference between male and female infidelity? This is my story, honest and unfiltered. And somehow it was here in Istanbul that this thought came to me about betrayal, something I will never regret, but something I will never allow into my life again. Istanbul is beautiful. Having visited 75 countries, I had never been to Turkey before. And today I'm here. For me, Istanbul is a city that has lived through an incredible number of events. A city where eras, cultures, and destinies intertwine. Here you feel that time doesn't disappear. It layers, lives, breathes in every stone. And perhaps that's why Istanbul is not just beautiful, it's deep, it's alive, it's real. Istanbul is whole and strong, and I have become the same. I was deeply impressed by the Blue Mosque, which was built in the early 17th century by order of Sultan Ahmed. It's called blue because of the more than 20,000 blue tiles inside. It wasn't built in a moment of strength, but in a moment of doubt. And perhaps that is exactly why it feels so real. The scale is breathtaking, and the depth of blue color makes it incredibly elegant. There is also a curious detail: ostrich eggs in the chandeliers, used to prevent cobwebs, as if it were a symbol to cleanse not only the outer space, but the inner one as well. This is not a museum, it's a living place, and everyone who comes here brings their own story. And maybe it's here that you realize you don't always have to be strong to create something great. Sometimes it's enough to be honest. I became an open book to myself, and living in truth with myself is the bravest and the most important decision I made in December 2023. When people talk about cheating, the first thing that comes to mind is physical infidelity. But in reality, physical cheating is already the final outcome. For me, betrayal begins much earlier, with a thought about another person, with fantasies, with playing out certain scenarios in your mind. Whether it turns into something physical is a decision, a choice each person makes. When my mother got married for the second time, I was 7 years old. My stepfather always told me that family is the most important thing in life. If two truly kindred souls come together, they should stay together, no matter what temptations exist around them. I grew up with these beliefs, one family for a lifetime. In 2011, I married a kind, decent, reliable man. I sincerely believed we would build a big family, have 3 children, and be happy. In 2014, our son was born, but starting in 2016, year by year, our family began to fall apart. At first, I didn't understand what was happening, how I had turned so quickly from a young, beautiful, slim woman weighing 56 kilograms into someone over 80 kilograms, a person I no longer recognized in the mirror. It all happened very fast, though. Now I can finally name the reasons that by 2022 led me to what people call betrayal, to a life scenario I once believed I would never allow for myself, based on my moral values. They say I cheated, but did I really? Yes, there was betrayal, if you look at it through the lens of social morality. No, there was no betrayal because our relationship had ended 3 years earlier with my husband, and we were simply living under the same roof like neighbors. And still, I don't know, still carrying the status of a wife. And it's strange how life unfolds. Here I am reflecting on betrayal while standing inside one of the most powerful and symbolic places in human history, Saint Sophia Cathedral, built in 537th year, a space where two religions meet, Christian mosaics and Islamic calligraphy, existing together side by side. A rare place where two civilizations don't fight but coexist within one space. And I realize I am not so different from this place. Inside me, too, there are contradictions. On one side, values, morality, what is right. On another, something untamed, imperfect, with a dark, almost devilish subtext. And maybe the truth is not about choosing one side. Maybe the truth is in being honest enough to admit that both exist. So, what were the real reasons that led me into a relationship with another man? A complete absence of physical, emotional, and spiritual connection. The level of indifference toward me as a woman was overwhelming, just as my indifference toward my husband as a man had reached its peak. For a woman to truly blossom, to feel joy and fulfillment, she needs to feel, to see, and experience the love of her man. In return, she nourishes him with her energy, and that flame never fades, but only if love is there. Without love, relationships become artificial, and so many people live exactly like that, pretending to be happy, preserving the image of a family. Do I feel ashamed? No, I fell in love. And yes, that was the fact of betrayal. But the betrayal itself happened long before the physical act. Did I feel ashamed in front of my husband? Also no, because our relationship as husband and wife had ended 3 years before. What did I feel toward the wife of the man I was involved with? Nothing, because perhaps I knew the story of their family. My actions were the result of a whole chain of events, but without this story, I wouldn't have become the person I was meant to be. The breakup with a person I loved was extremely difficult and came with heavy consequences, but I don't regret anything, because I now live in truth with myself, because I deeply believe in God, because I started living by God's laws instead of arguing with Him, because I know what I want, who I want, and how I want to build my life. I know that I will get married again, and it will be once and for life. I will never betray the man I truly love. And I can also say this, I can be betrayed only once. This is something I would never forgive. Is that harsh? Absolutely, yes. I can be betrayed only once. So why does a woman cheat? A woman cheats only when the man next to her is not truly there, when her man allows her to doubt her humanity, her uniqueness, her beauty, her worth. My divorce became the culmination of all these events, and I will share more about it in my next video. Thank you, friends. You're on the Record Moto channel. I am a uniquely creative woman who never gives up. Have a beautiful weekend. Greetings from Istanbul.